As you guys know, we're here to deliver the most wavy sports content, and that's all I keep on intending to do. So, that being said, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Today, I'm going to be reviewing game two of the Warriors Kings, and then I guess previewing game three. So much has happened in between. As you guys might have heard, Mike Brown's been named Coach of the Year, so kudos to him. I've always been big on Mike Brown since his days in Cleveland with LeBron. Also, besides that, Draymond Green has also been suspended for game three. I thought that was a little much. Besides the point, I thought it was 50-50 on both sides as far as dirty plays go. However, they decided to suspend Draymond. Obviously, maybe it has something to do with his past and a few dirty plays that he has done in the past. So that's something to look at as well. But I just think that with the Warriors going down 2-0, going back to Golden State, suspending him game three, so crucial. I just think the NBA kind of dropped the ball on this one. Nevertheless, game three coming up. Golden State has a great home record. The Kings are, if not the best, one of the best road teams in the NBA this past season. So it's going to be a great matchup. Let's see how it goes. With no Draymond, who normally anchors their defense and sets up their offense, it's going to be a little tough to see. Last game, he got ejected, I believe, in like the fourth quarter. There was a few minutes left, like 9 minutes or so. And ever since then, I believe the Kings had like a 66% shooting field goal percentage. And they also winded up taking the lead and winning the game. So there's that. Draymond's the defensive captain on the team. He leads that force. Him and Looney together, they're a tandem, obviously. But I think without Draymond being there, it's just so big for that team. You know, without Draymond there, he's also setting the screens, doing all the dirty work, getting Clay, getting Steph Curry open as well. So I'm also going to be diving into some of these stats because one of the other issues that I saw was Jordan Poole only had 4 points. So, that's not going to cut it. We need Jordan Poole to score some more points. Obviously, the Warriors are going to need him a lot in this next game coming up. No Draymond. Not saying Draymond scores a lot of points, but he does all the dirty work and he guards up and plays defense on some of the better post players in the game. So that being said, I'm gonna just read some of these stats. Last game, Curry had 28 points, 6 assists. He also was 9 of 21 from the field, which is basically 3 of 7, about 42%, more or less. 7 of 8 free throw line, 3 of 13 from the three. Didn't have the best 3-point shooting game, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. First game at home. Clay had 21 points, 5 rebounds. He was 7 of 13, 2 of 2 free throw line, 50% from three, 5 of 10. One of the other is going to go off, both they both don't. So that's something we can always look forward to. Then besides that, also with 22 points, 5 rebounds. He was 9 of 19 from the floor, 2 of 2 free throws, 2 of 8 from three. So that's 25%. Besides that, Jordan Poole is what I had just mentioned. Jordan Poole only had 4 points. That's unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen, especially for a championship team who's looking to repeat. Jordan Poole was coming off the bench last year, 6 man. We need more buckets than that, my brother. He was 1 of 7 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 3 from three. Might be the difference maker why they might have lost, besides Draymond getting kicked out of the game yesterday. It was a big momentum changer, and that got the crowd into it. And Draymond, his behavior was a little questionable. He was engaged with the crowd, similar to how he was with Memphis last year when they were chanting "whoop that trick," but he was like roaring at the crowd in Sacramento. And to be honest, a lot of people in the Bay Area in that Warriors organization, I just don't think that sat well with them. And that's something they might review this summer. And who's not to say that if they wind up going down 0-3 and wind up ultimately losing this series because they have to beat the Kings 4 out of the next 5 games in order to advance to the next round. Not saying it's impossible, but the chances of it happening are very unlikely. It's going to be time to look back and say, hey, Draymond might have costed us another opportunity. How many times does that happen? Obviously, we all know in 2016, if he doesn't low blow LeBron, maybe they go on to win that championship. So we know where it stands. Draymond has a history. He just got to know the situation, surroundings, and get his head in the game. Now, on the King side, you had Sabonis with 24, 9 and 4. He was 8 of 12 from the field, 8 of 12 from the free throw line. That's 66% on both. De'Aaron Fox had 24, 5 and 9. He was 10 of 23 from the floor, 2 of 2 free throw line, 2 of 10 from the 3-point line. So there's that. He also had 4 steals, so he's playing defense. Besides, also we have Malik Monk, 18, 6 and 3, 6 of 15 from the floor. That's 40%. 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and then 3 of 7 from 3-point percentage, was about like 42% or so. Um, with this Kings team, it just goes to show you that they are deep, they have depth, and depth outweighs star power sometimes. The Warriors do have the star power. They also do have depth. I'm not saying that they don't have depth. This is the series between the two highest scorers teams in the NBA, so we're getting a lot of fireworks. There's a lot to show for it, and I think on a nightly basis, if you got six guys scoring double digits, pretty much going to win. We go on to Kevin Huerter, who had 15 and 5. He was 6 of 14 from the floor, 1 of 2 free throw, and then 2 of 9 from the three. So some of these guys didn't have their best 3-point shooting night, but I'm sure they're going to have a better night in game three. Davion Mitchell, I believe he's a sophomore. Guy plays incredible defense, and he's going to be a dog. He's going to be a dog. 14, 2 and 3. He was 5 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 of 6 from the 3-point line. It's 33%. And he also had a couple steals. He applies a lot of pressure, especially on the guards. So he's going to be a reckless menace to come in the years. So we're going to see how that goes. He might be like a Pat Bev, maybe even better. He plays very aggressive defense, maybe like Drew Holiday. That's a better comparison example. And then Harrison Barnes, obviously, there's that energy there. He's playing against his former team. He had 13, 6 and 1. He was 5 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He didn't make any threes, but he also had his 3 steals. So he played some defense. So those are the stats for some of those teams. Not the teams, but, the Warriors and the Kings, and just difference makers going to go to show. Draymond got kicked out of the game, fourth quarter, momentum changer. Kings crowd is possibly very loud, possibly louder than the Warriors' Rorick Arena was. So things are going to shift to game three. I just don't know. I wasn't expecting the NBA to suspend Draymond Green. I was looking forward to a great game three. I was looking forward to the Warriors winning game three and a tight game three. Now, though, it makes it tough to see. It's very hard to know. Maybe I go Kings. They go up 3-0, unless maybe Steph Curry and Clay have possibly one of the better games in their careers. Jordan Poole has to step up. We need 20 plus from him at least. So I'm not saying that this is a foregone conclusion. The Warriors could still win without Draymond Green. They just need everybody to hit on all cylinders, and that's going to go for Curry, Clay, Wiggins, and Poole. Those guys need to bring it. We know Looney's a menace on the boards. He's going to go down there and do some damage, but they're going to miss Draymond in this next game. So stay tuned. That's all we have for today on this episode. I just want to thank you guys for joining us, and you just want to make sure you like, share, subscribe, and let everyone know. Thank you guys. I support you all. Have a good one.